On to question 3, logic gates and truth tables. Now this is some of the easiest marks on the paper, and I think some of you just forgot how to do these. I know we did them at Key Stage 3, and you also had a brief look at them in one lesson. I wasn't there for Key Stage 4. But I will show you in this video how to do them. They're really simple. So the first question, you just need to know this. So I'm going to show you on a blank document what we have. We have 3 logic gates which we must know the definitions of. So the first one is that we must know the AND gate. Now the AND gate has a rounded end, and you could think of it like a rounded A, like that. Okay, so the AND gate has 2 inputs, A and B, and an output which may be labelled anything like Q or something like that. And the truth table is very simple. What we've got is all the possible combinations of A and B. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And that gives us all the possible combinations. So for an AND gate, Q is only 1 if A and B are 1. So A and B are 0, so Q is 0. A and B, one of them is 0, but it's not both of them. 0, 0, but here at the bottom, both A and B are 1, so Q is 1. So that is the AND gate. You also have an OR gate. Now the OR gate is slightly different. It's got a curved back, and it's got a point at the end here. Again, 2 inputs, A, B, and an output which could be called Q. So, with the OR gate, what you have is, if one or the other is 1, then Q is 1. So 0, 0, this one is not, nor is this one, so Q is 0. If we have instead A is 0 and B is 1, well, one of them is 1, so the output will be 1. One of them is 1, so the output will be 1. And here is the tricky one. If they're both on, then the output is still 1. So if one or the other is 1, the output will be 1. You could also think about this in terms of true or false. So if A is true and B is true, then Q is true. One last one, which is the NOT gate. So this has 1 input, and notice the little circle on the end. So this is the NOT gate. Now, if we have 1 input, the input must be called A, the output is Q. So A and Q. And all it does is it inverts it. So 0 and 1, every possible combination. 0 becomes 1, and 1 becomes 0. Putting all of this together, we can solve the truth table for any particular system. Let's have a look back at our question now. So, first of all, the truth table. It's A and B. So if A is 0, it should say if A is 1 and B is 1, but that's not true. So we put in a 0. Is A1 and B1? No, we put in a 0. Is A1 and B1? No, put in a 0. Is A1 and B1? Yes, we put in a 1. Simple as that. We have to know these definitions. Moving down to the next part of the question, it looks a lot more tricky, but really you just have to complete it in sections. So if we have a look at the point D, the point D is made up of A and B. You can tell that this is an AND gate because of its shape. I'm just going to try and write AND in there so that we know. This is, of course, as well an AND gate, and this is an OR gate. So D is A and B. So A and B, well 0 and 0 we know is 0. 0 and 0 we know is 0 all the way through. And there we are. So you can see only in the last two cases is A1 and B1. A1 and B1. So then we have a look at point E here. And point E is made up of B and C. So we're looking at column B and column C here. So if we have a look through, B is 0, C is 0. So this is going to be 0, 0, 0. Here B is 1 and C is 1, so E will be 1. And we fill it out like so. Now lastly, we've got an OR gate for Q. So Q is made up of D or E. So D is not 1 and E is not 1. So there we are. Because it's an OR gate, that will be nothing. Nothing, 0. Down to here, well actually E is 1 here because it's an OR gate. It's 1 over here. 0, 0, 1, 1 because of these figures here. So if I just highlight the truth and where it's come from. So if I go over to D rather, and we've got a figure here and a figure here, and that's come because we've got this here and this here, like that. If we have a look at E, then we are comparing this one and this one, and then here and here, because it's an AND. And then lastly, for the end one, we are checking here and here, which gives us the one here, and then we're checking here and here, which gives us the one here, here and here, which gives us the one here. And that is how to do that question. Practice these logic gates and understand the basic definitions, be able to follow it through, because there can be quite a lot of marks for this, and it really is a very, very easy question. Next up, we're going to go on to section 4, and we'll do that in the next video.